Nope, nope.
Hey, this is TyranitarNom. This is another one of my battle against. This is one's against Kyle, also known as Lunar Eclipse. So the first one, I send out my Cryo Swine, and he's got his Electrode, and he used Magnet Rise, which is really gay. So I go to Sausage Fest, who I know can take one of his Thunders because of his Grass typing, and he goes Rain Dance. And I figured it was a Rain Dance team because he told me. And he goes into Ludicolo, and I Toxic it, which was a pretty good move by my part, although I'm probably getting rid of Toxic. I'm going to put something else like Swords Dance, so it can be more of an attacker. I switch it out and go into Fisker's gonna U-turn. He swords dances, and I totally underestimated the attacking power of this Ludicolo. I thought there would be no way it could kill it, considering my high defenses as a steel type. And he goes into a waterfall and completely one HKOs me with a waterfall that's sword dance boosted, and had a life orb, which was really annoying. After that death, he takes some poison, and I sent in Skarmory, who I thought for sure could take a waterfall because of his defensive wall abilities. He takes a waterfall, but more than half, so I know that I'm easily going to die next turn, and I flinch, so I don't even get off the whirlwind that I was planning. He takes some Toxic, and I know he's going to die next turn, so I plan an awesome switch and go into my Water Absorb Poliwrath, and he takes a waterfall, and Ludicolo dies from poison, which was really good on my part, and I'm pretty excited about that. But about this Mon, and water types in the future. And he goes into Electro thinking he can Thunder me. So I switch out knowing that it has Thunder and go into Cryoswine, and he Thunders, doesn't predict, and again, a wasted Thunder. And then he explodes. Explodes right into Cryoswine, which I doubt it could take it because Cryoswine's defense isn't that great. And it's just a loss for both of us. Rain stops and he sends out Bronzong, which is annoying. And I send out Smeargle, which is my god of a Smeargle. He goes into his Electivire, and I Spore the thing. I put the Spore out, and it's a Belly Drum Smeargle, so it's going to be an awesome set. And he goes into Bronzong, and I pull my Substitute, knowing that he probably can't take it out. I Belly Drum, and then because of my Belly Drum, I have a Cut Set Berry on this thing, which means that once it gets into 25 HP, it automatically goes first no matter what. So I'll be able to get off that... get off the baton pass into my physical attacker as soon as I want to. So I go into Psychopath simply because he's got Waterfall and Return, which means he can take neutral damage on anything in the game. I go with the Waterfall because I know it's neutral on steel types, and although I'm pretty sure it's not going to kill it simply because Bronzong has such a high defense, and it doesn't. He goes into the Gyro Ball, and since I know that Bronzong is so slow, I figured it might take out my sub, but it doesn't because of the water typing. And then he goes into Static, and this waterfall right here was clear cut and awesome for him being able to take out his sleeping Electivire for death fodder, simply because it didn't have the defensive capabilities to stand up to my boosted waterfall. Then he sends in Quillfish, and this Quillfish kind of scared me by how much it takes hits. He takes out my sub in one hit, although it was weakened by Gyro Ball, and I waterfall it, and it barely does half. Actually, no, never mind. It takes into the red. I forgot about that because of the rain. The rain definitely helped me for that. So I switch out, thinking it's gonna kill me. I thought it was gonna explode, and I was ready to death fodder my Skarmory. I learned later that it did not have explode, and so it was a waste sending in a Skarmory. And then it has Swagger, and this really was. It's a weird move to have on a Quillfish, and it actually worked out in his favor because it freaking hit twice in a row. And my Skarmory, although it was taking... and he tried to Poison Jab. I guess that was a mispredict, because I don't think he's that stupid to not think that Poison's not very effective on Steel. And he switches out and goes into his Bronzong, thinking he can wall anything, and he can. And I get hurt in Confusion again. I think that was either 2 or 3 in a row, which is gay as hell. And I finally get a Roost off, which, if he had Earthquake and was able to predict, he probably could have killed it. I don't remember if he does or not. Nope, he goes into a Rain Dance. Normally Bronzongs have Earthquake, and that could have been a problem with it Roost taking away my flying capabilities. And then it finally ends my stupid Confusion and goes into a Reflect. He only has one. It's not a dual wall. It just makes it just makes Reflect. It doesn't do whatever the other one is. And I get off another set of spikes, and that Quillfish barely lives with like 8 HP on the stupid switching into spikes. And he waterfalls me. And this thing has so much attack, it's ridiculous. Although it didn't really do much to my Skarmory because it's just a boss. Thanks to Lunar Eclipse for getting me the baby. And what just happened? Oh, okay. takes another waterfall, and I decide to roost and just decide to stall this thing. Hopefully for the end of rain to happen. I was hoping for end of rain to happen, so he'd have to switch into something for rain dance and take it out with spikes. He waterfalls again, waterfall, his favorite move on this team, and he flinches me, which was stupid. I hate the flinching on the waterfall, which seems to always happen exactly when I don't need it to. So I switch out, and I go into Psychopath, and again, the waterfall gets absorbed. And this thing probably annoyed him so much. And the poison jab that comes next hurts me quite a bit. And I use Return and take out that Quillfish. Even though it's not max happiness yet, I have to walk around with my Poliwrath and make it my buddy, hopefully to up the attack on Return, because right now it's only about 50% of what it could be. And then I waterfall, and since Rain Dance had stopped, it doesn't kill his Bronzong. And he gets off another Rain Dance, which kind of is stupid, because it just helps me as I waterfall into his Bronzong. Rain's still going, has 4 turns left, and he sends out his Kingdra, which is his sweeper. 8, and he goes into his Dragon Pulse, and since I really can't take special attacks with this thing, it dies. And I figured once he goes into the special attacks, I'm just glad that right at this point I'm pretty sure that this thing can almost sweep my entire team. I just hope that Life Orb will take out most of its HP so I can get off a quick attack with do I have Caesar? A quick attack, not the move. A fast attack. And so I start death foddering my mons over and over and over again. Smeargle, which can't do anything. And then I send out Sausage Fest, which I knew could wall it. And I did not know if Signal Beam, a bug attack, would be super effective or not. And it was. But although it wasn't stab, it took it really nicely. And then the C-Bomb, I guarantee that critical hit didn't matter because he just